Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel Halloween Countdown, where you've just taken a wrong turn into the forbidden side of YouTube, where even the YouTube brass don't even want you to be here. Your back button has been deactivated on the browser, so fasten your seatbelt as we're going to test on this countdown to Halloween an appropriately fall menu item from the legendary Stouffer's. And this is Stouffer's new upscale urban bistro line, and these are beer-glazed meatballs with cheddar mashed potatoes made with Back 40 Beer Company's Truck Stop Honey Brown Ale. Officially the longest TV dinner name in history. I'm a huge fan of meatballs in general, so I'm looking forward to this, and I know Stouffer's usually has good meatballs, especially in their Swedish meatballs. That's one of my favorite TV dinners, if unfortunately a bit too much fat to have every day of the week, or else I probably would. Here's a close-up on the packaging. Got the classic Stouffer's logo there. You've got the beer brewery logo, and you have the actual, what we're being promised is the actual dish here. The mashed potatoes up here at the top, the meatballs, the pearl onions, carrot slices, and these are cheddar mashed potatoes they're promising here. Now here we have the actual dinner tray. You can see they're trying to give an upscale appearance instead of the old black plastic Stouffer's tray. They've got this sort of a pottery design on it. Urban Bistro logos and all these words like you hear around Bethesda Row, vibrant. I don't know who all these things target here. Best day ever. Best day ever when you heated up a TV dinner. No doubt about that. And we're going to put this in for 3 minutes on high, and you're supposed to leave this wrapper on the top here. So here it is out of the microwave, and well, one of the great banes of TV dinners is the fact that you often get cheated on the amount of food that you get. And if you notice that this does have a lot of gaps here, I would estimate this tray is actually only about 2/3 full. Now they did give 6 meatballs, whereas sometimes I get angry with the lean cuisine. They give you only 5 most of the time. You have here the cheddar mashed potatoes. You can see some kind of green seasoning herbs in there. Got the pearl onions, the carrot slices, but not very many of them. Certainly not a full serving of vegetables. So we're kind of paying the Urban Bistro overpriced menu. Now of course I had to turn this over, stir it, put the flap back on top, and then they say another 1.5 minutes, but I always put in 2 minutes just to be sure. Now this says, they have on the back here the picture of the beer, and it says brewed with wildflower honey from Back 40, a craft brewery in Gadsden, Alabama. Gadsden, Alabama. We're in Judge Roy Moore territory there. I guess this is something that you might fortify yourself with before you head out to cruise for the ladies at the Gadsden Mall. And I mean, I think this, certainly your beer and onion breath is really going to be a winner with the babes coming out of Forever 21. But this will save you the stop at Sbarro, because you'll have already eaten something. You know, it's amazing, the Washington Post, they had more reporters in Gadsden, Alabama that year than, and they have more reporters this year covering the Tallahassee City Council, literally, than they do covering Montgomery County right here in their own backyard. Absolutely zero election coverage. So let's go ahead and let's first check out the aroma here. Sort of reminds me like a wine, more like a wine aroma, like a beef with a wine sauce, more than a beer aroma. Now let's get a spoonful of these cheddar mashed potatoes. You know, you start combining Truck Stop Honey and Roy Moore. I don't know where we're going with this. It definitely smells like I detect a Redskin mashed potatoes. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Well, those are very good. I can tell there's a lot of salt. Well, actually, it's only 770 milligrams of sodium in here. So not bad with that, so I'm surprised it tastes so good. You can definitely taste a little bit of the cheese. There definitely is also the Redskin potato peel, which I'm not really a fan of, but the flavor's enough to get me to overlook that. Now let's go ahead and try these. We've got here some what passes for the vegetable, a pearl onion and a couple of very small carrot slices. A little bit of a foreign object here. Well, it definitely tastes like you know, I've had Stouffer's carrots before. They're very good. Their broccoli is probably the best in the world. Whenever you can get one of the Stouffer's or Lean Cuisine with broccoli in it, I highly recommend it. Now for the main attraction are these beer-glazed meatballs. They had a little bit of gristle there. At least I hope it was gristle. Pretty unusual to get two really tough things in a Stouffer's dinner. Little pieces like that, but I can tell these are the meatballs that they use in those bowls that they recently started selling that have a lot of grains in them. I have to say, wow, this whatever you want to call it, gravy that these are in, the beer, it's not really beer glazed, it's in a beer gravy, and it really does taste like beer. I think this, a lot of products are marketed as beer this and beer that, and I've reviewed some of them on this channel, but I think I can say this is arguably the one product that has actually come through with a strong beer flavor. It really tastes just like you had poured out some of a can of beer into this tray and then you immediately ate it. Really, the a lot of the flavor characteristics of beer. You can almost feel the carbonation. From the home office in Huber Heights, this is Spooky News. Associated Press. Oh, God. Ugh. Cops find meth after Louisiana calls to report axe attack. Man blames ghost. Monroe, Louisiana. Deputies say a Louisiana man who called 911 to report an axe attack was found uninjured and in possession of meth he says was planted by a ghost. Responding deputies found an uninjured Michael Ottenberry cursing at people obviously not there. Ottenberry then said intruders were inside his home, prompting deputies to search the place and find a bag of meth. They also found meth on Ottenberry, who told them the drug was planted by a ghost. You drugged me. You drugged me. Well, I have to say that I think this is a winning item, and I appreciate the lengths they've gone to. I like when companies partner with another brand like this. It not only helps the smaller brands they're using, but it's better than, if you just say this is a beer burger. Well, you can say here this is the Truck Stop Honey Brown Ale, and it gives it a little more credibility, and I think frankly you're going to get a better flavor as we did here. The strong beer flavor, it really makes me want to actually seek out a bottle of this beer and try it. Aside from the great, when you have anything related to truck stops, I'm already on board. Gadsden, Alabama, we've checked off the Roy Moore box, and more importantly, Alabama in general, one of my favorite states. The meatballs here are very tender, plenty of meat, beef flavor, great mashed potatoes. I'm a fan of the Stouffer's vegetables. They have just the right, not too crisp and tough, but not all soggy either. So I'm going to go ahead. My only criticism here is that the portion I think could be bigger. Fill half the thing with meatballs and half with mashed potatoes, and you can fit this amount of vegetables in there, I think, between that and give you a full tray. But I'm tempted to take off a star for the small portion size, but against my better judgment, I'm going to go ahead and give this 5 stars. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time on this Halloween countdown. Bye, everybody.